How's it going, everybody? I am Donut, and we are reacting to Agent Carter Season 1, Episode 1. Now is not the end. So, I am reacting to the entire MCU from start to finish. If you're new to the channel, check it out on the playlists in my channel. I've got it all. I've got one playlist that's all of my reactions to the MCU in the exact release order if you want to check that out. Or I've got playlists for individual series and everything. But anyway, we just finished episode 10 of season 2 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So now next is this. I don't think it's going to be tying too closely into S.H.I.E.L.D. It's just going to be Peggy and the Howling Commandos is all I am assuming. I don't know anything else. And maybe Howard will be back. I don't know how big of an actor he was, but I hope he's back for this. It's only 8 episodes, so maybe. We'll see. I'm excited to see how S.H.I.E.L.D. is founded and how Peggy ran S.H.I.E.L.D. Not early as the director, but as whatever she was. Let's get into it. And I do assume this is taking place before the one-shot, because the one-shot seemingly I thought was like the very beginning of S.H.I.E.L.D., but, well, actually, now that I think about it, is this going to be her in S.H.I.E.L.D. or her in the SSR? Probably the SSR, right? Not S.H.I.E.L.D. Maybe S.H.I.E.L.D. will be Season 2. This will be, again, how S.H.I.E.L.D. was founded. So, I'm assuming taking place before the one-shot. Anyway, let's get into it. If we do start off right from here, it's going to be tough seeing her have to get over this. Okay, so, time has passed.
I thought we could stop off in Lucerne for a late-night fondue.
Stark is the best civilian pilot I've ever seen. We're lucky to have him.
It's interesting we're getting these little clips to recap us and everything. Fantastic sequence.
We're going to the movies on Saturday. I have the night off.
I'll try. You know how busy the office keeps me.
Hey, you work at the phone company. It ain't
So,
life and death.
Okay, yeah. She's got the secret going on.
No idea.
Even with her. Interesting start. I like that, the sequence and everything that. Setting up the relationship with, that woman. This is a strong character design. New York Bell Company is the front, I guess.
Love the hat.
It's such a good hat. Wow. So, you just enter into a completely other building. And then you're talking about the assets. Whatever that asset was.
His most recent exploits threatened to send this flyboy into a nosedive. Accused of selling weapons to the enemy.
Right.
The founder of Stark Industries was recently called to Capitol Hill.
May I ask a question?
Not until you answered the question already before this committee.
It's been so long I don't even remember what it was.
Did you knowingly sell military-grade technology to enemies of the United States?
Not knowingly.
Did you do it unknowingly?
By definition, that would be impossible to answer.
I mean, he's right, though. But, like,
6 pieces of Stark's technology are turned up either on the black market or in the arsenals of enemy states.
The same thing that happened to Iron Man, though, so,
Treating the whole thing like a joke. Stark didn't
like
show
father,
up.
like son.
They checked his half a dozen houses and his half a dozen offices. Nothing. Find him. Squeeze him.
Okay.
He loses his sense of humor.
I really must
Why
object.
am I not surprised?
I knew Howard Stark during the war. His help was invaluable. He may be a great many things, but he's not a traitor.
Yeah.
I'm sure being Captain America's liaison brought you into contact with all sorts of interesting people.
You know, it's honestly more respectful than I would imagine from people at this time. Respectful.
What'd you say, Krasinski?
I should say less crude than I was expecting.
Oh, you standing up for her now, Susan?
Okay,
Better
so we're
hurry,
setting
I'm
off
not
our,
all day.
our one good one.
Okay.
I'm also more than capable of handling whatever these adolescents throw at me.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
These surveillance reports need to be filed, and you're really so much better at that kind of thing.
What kind of thing is that, Agent Thompson? The alphabet? I'll teach you. Let's start with words beginning with A.
Heard he got his personality shot off anyway, Gmo.
Well. That was a good one. Goddamn. Oh, this is very like I love the time period aspect of this. All right.
You're coming with me.
No, she ain't. Ain't gonna be that simple. These are gonna be some really interesting old fight scenes. Like, I do hope they try and, emphasize that old comic book feel of it. Oh,
I know. I should have called first.
is he drunk?
I have a vault. It's where I kept my bad babies.
Which begs the question, why pimp them at all?
Well, I can't
Yeah.
help what I think of.
I can damn well
You can
control
stop
what I
them.
sell. At least I could until
Oh, you
last
can
month.
dismantle them.
What happened?
Somebody cleaned me out. Apparently, it's not too big a jump to see me cutting a hole in my own vault and making some money on the sly.
Really?
I'm just considering all the angles.
Yeah.
Since you have a lot of them.
Now that's the Peggy Carter I need.
For what?
To
So
clear
yeah,
my
he
name.
he is sleazy
Please,
enough
I'm
that people
serious. I
believe
try
that
not to be.
he tried to do it himself.
Sometimes it just slips out anyway. R is looking for the wrong guy. I want to
This
find the right
music
guy.
I'm gonna need
and this
somebody
tone of
inside
this
who I can
episode,
trust.
very 40s, very 50s rather
Someone I
actually.
trust more than
Raymond's paranoid. The only thing he lets slide or blow on is money. If we want to grab Raymond and his buyer with whatever it is and start to sell, then I go in light and fast. We want everyone feeling real comfortable. 2 men, sidearms only.
But yeah, so now she got the information, they're gonna let her go in because she's pretty, she got the legs, and his guards can be totally off because this woman.
This stuff does what you say it can, Grannis. We're gonna be very rich. And I'm guessing a fair amount of people are gonna be very dead. You know, we could do some serious business if you just tell me what else you got out of Howard Stark's basement. Well, what do you got? A-bombs? Ray guns?
What's this guy?
Give us his number.
Okay.
Nice talking to you.
Does not seem like Hydra at all. So she did do... and she did go blonde. Did she purposely walk in front of the camera?
I have something I'd like to sell.
What is that? Oh, okay. It's like when she kisses him, it'll knock him out, maybe?
I know you are in possession of a certain chemical formula.
I got a lot of club to run, miss. So
It's
we just-
okay. Let's make this a game. You seem like you might like games. Now, I don't care where you got it, but now it's on the table. You are the proud owner of a certain chemical formula. Just a little piece of paper, right? I have some friends who would be very interested in buying that formula. Now, I know I said
And he just,
pride of
yeah.
Raymond, he doesn't hold on to anything for long. He must already have a buyer.
Hey, boss, there's a guy downstairs that's... I guess I'll just have him wait.
And yep, knocked him out. Probably wanted to get a lot more information out of him. I love all the old S.H.I.E.L.D. stuff. Oh, I guess that's his art stuff. But come on, I gotta see it, right? Okay. Oh my. We still don't know what was the thing in the Agent Carter one-shot, by the way.
Jarvis residence.
They've weaponized it.
Miss Carter?
Do you know anyone else handling high explosives at this time of night?
Well, as a matter of fact, no. It's just that I promised my wife a souffle, and if I don't get it in the oven by...
Mr. Jarvis, what was
Oh,
once
this
a theory
guy.
is now a...
Oh, I just realized his name is Jarvis. Holy crap.
Mr. Stark left a note. Hold the line. Is the nitrogen by any chance glowing?
Yes.
Oh, that's not ideal. An orange glow would indicate the nitrogen has reached peak volatility and should be handled with caution. Cracking its shell would result in an implosion with a blast radius of 500 yards.
Won't be a moment, Anna.
If that will be all.
Mr. Jarvis, you do realize that this job will have certain after-hours requirements.
So does my wife, Miss Carter. Good night.
Jarvis is amazing. And what does that mean about what did Howard put like an AI of him into the, or like put his personality into it? I don't know how. Very careful.
What?
Oh. Get him in there too.
Hey now. Listen, friend, I know we had a deal, but the blind must have taken it.
Okay.
I can fix this.
Nice transition.
Maybe we shouldn't have spent all that time changing our clothes.
Yeah.
Seal the damn exits.
I love she's just like one step ahead of him. I hope they're always just following in her trail.
Sent me home. Fever. I didn't know what time you'd be back. I can take the chair.
No, don't even think about it. I'll make you some tea.
Do they not share the
Yeah,
bed?
I'd
Or
be
they're not
looking
sisters?
bugs. I want you to tell me all about it. In the morning.
Something bad's gonna happen to her at some point. She ain't gonna make it through the season, I don't think. She's doing this in her bathtub? Dude, if you fucked this up, you would kill her. I do like that she was smart enough to know what all those were. Oh my god. She just spritzed it. And that's what that was for.
Pauline? Is everything alright?
Whew, that was intense. Okay. What the fuck? Oh. Maybe not her sister then. Who was that then? I'll have to rewatch the first scene, but... Unbelievable. Woo. Her hair's gonna catch fire. Bye bye. God damn. And he's just vanished. That was some like fucking Three Stooges shit with the just laughing about that. Now we're gonna shot in the goddamn head.
Did she have any family?
She lost a brother at Guadalcanal.
Okay.
I'd only known her a few months. I needed a place to stay. I didn't know anyone.
So it was just them sharing this really small place where they had to like share a bed. She was sick, so she needed somebody else. They had a really close relationship, but she only knew her a couple months.
Dr. Vanko, what do we have here?
Okay, Vanko's here.
Rather clever. I might add rather unstable.
So it couldn't have come from very far away. Rocks on.
Right.
It has to be
Okay.
200 acres. It would take weeks to search.
Keeps coming back
Dr.
up.
Vanko, please tell me that isn't still,
And just various stuff.
volatile.
Oh, volatile, no. Active. Oh, yes. The nitromin still...
He looks just like Howard.
Vita rays?
Yeah, we occasionally use them in our experiments to
I
stabilize
know what they do.
But, oh, that was really cool getting to see Monko again. Well, again, I'm not sure we ever saw his. I guess we saw him in like a picture. Oh, it's that guy. So, is it transmitting what he's typing? Not like in Morse, but maybe it isn't in Morse. And wow, it's coming right back, and it's being okay. Yeah, so it is. Wow, it's like a computer. Uh-oh. Okay, so you just blinded him. Oh, Lord.
I don't murder people. I just sell to people who do.
And what about
Very
your friend?
stark.
Green suit? Scar on his throat like yours?
It's not my friend. He doesn't have a name anymore. And you can go ahead and pull that trigger, because if he's here, we're both dead anyway.
Okay.
Leviathan is coming.
What?
Who?
Yeah, just on the premises, so... What? The Roxxon Oil Company does still exist. I guess it's still just a huge corporation that was, you know, small market. Oh! Okay, so it's also like an implosion.
He's got a shot of her.
Ah.
I'm thinking real hard about kissing you right now, son.
But did she purposely fuck that up?
Port Authority says Roxanne Refinery just blew up.
Well, you're quite right. Miss Carter's an excellent choice. I don't think she'll have any suspicions at all.
Well, now I'm suspicious. Oh, okay. That is the end. Okay. Really good first episode. Much better than S.H.I.E.L.D.'s first episode, honestly. Much better pilot. A lot stronger. But I think that's primarily because it was focusing on one character almost the entire time. I mean, pretty much the entire time, even when other characters were around, it was solely focused on Carter. Alright, I'll see you guys for the discussion. Okay, so right off the bat, that was a fantastic way to do a recap for the first Avenger movie. The song choice was perfect. The whole sequence was amazing. I'm totally down for a recap that uses very upbeat music for something that is generally, you know. Now, I wouldn't say most of what we were recapping was upbeat in nature. It was I'm not gonna say it was sad because a lot of it was also action, but none of it was upbeat. Certainly. We were introduced to Colleen and Angie, but then Colleen Colleen was like the girl that she was living with. She only knew her for like a couple months. Now she's dead. Angie, I assume, is like her actual good friend that she's known for quite a while. Regardless, this whole season is going to be about Howard Stark. His weapons are being sold overseas, and we got to figure out who's doing it. The Leviathan seems to be our big thing for this season, maybe for the whole series. I'm pretty sure it's just these 2 seasons, and we're not getting any more. But yeah, so I assume that's gonna be our through line for the season. Back at the SSR, so this is taking place before the one-shot. The one-shot might happen again. We've talked before, but I assume the one-shot will either happen at the end of the season, and season 2 will be Shield, or the like her running shield. But I don't know how that's. I'm trying to put this in words. I don't know if they could do an entire season on just her running shield. It could be interesting. I mean, that's kind of what Coulson's doing, but it's not like we're following Coulson, right? Coulson's not our main leader or main character, in a way. And Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., we follow the other agents and Coulson stays behind. But Agent Carter is our main character here, and she is our badass character, so it would be weird if the second season was just her in a delegating position. But I mean, to be fair, Fury goes out and does, he was a badass himself, so I guess there's plenty of reason for her to still go out and do stuff, I guess. I don't know what I'm talking about. So, I guess either way, my guess is actually going to be that the one shot is going to take place after all of season 1 and 2. That's my guess. But We got the whole thing of, if you were actually watching my Barry reactions, it's very similar to what we're talking about in terms of and actors that have to play very stereotypical, very tropey characters. This is taking place in the 40s, so we have the very stereotypical, very tropey, just guys in general, businessmen. I don't want to try and specifically like a office sort of setting. That kind, like, it's weird. I never really would consider S.H.I.E.L.D. to be that, but that's really what the SSR and early S.H.I.E.L.D. is, I guess. It's just very office workery sort of thing. I mean, it's a telephone company sort of thing, so it has that sort of aesthetic even in what they do. The secrecy is also very telephone company aesthetic-y sort of thing. Which I assume they also work for a telephone company because it allows for so much communication work and everything, so makes sense. At least whatever division she's at. This might just be like the communications division or something. But I doubt it, because they are going out on missions and everything too. And they try and put her in charge of the phones. So, but either way, yeah, we talked about in Barry reactions of, like, even if you have to play a role like that, a bad actor is just going to be like, I don't really want to do this role. It's stereotypical. It's not me. It's a bad image or whatever. But like a good actor can actually sell it really well and exemplify what makes that part of the role so stereotypical or so tropey or so whatever, what have you. And I think a good example is the main guy who is running S.H.I.E.L.D. here, who's not the main guy who was running it in the one shot. I didn't catch his name. I'll write it all down later. But yeah, he like really sells. I love his like the way he carries himself. His body language is very interesting. Meanwhile, we have like Sosa, who's also the stereotypical sticking up for the girl. Oh, don't you dare talk to her like that. Whereas I don't think his actor is selling it very well. And I mean, also the character itself, I don't think is that great. But I don't think his actor is selling it that well. His actor just feels in like the acting and everything. It just feels incredibly generic, like the kind of character. Yeah, like, I'm glad that Carter was able to stick up for herself and say, like, fuck off, I can handle myself, and she is as snappy and bitchy as possible to be able to do that, so, she can handle herself completely fine. And just throughout the entire episode not caring about him at all. But I hope they don't try and make us care about him, because I don't care about him. He's not that interesting. Of these very boring, generic, stereotypical characters, he is the most generic and the most boring. So we have, as I said, Howard going around, and he's we're talking about S.H.I.E.L.D. and the directors, as we always have. We have Fury, who hoards all the shit and tries to tinker with it and figure out what's going on with it. Howard is the one who's just straight up inventing a bunch of dangerous shit and everything like that. And he squirrels it away instead of destroying it or anything. And then you have Carter, who destroys everything and buries it all so nobody can find it. You have Coulson, who is going for the same sort of thing. It's interesting seeing how all these people who I don't want to say leaders of S.H.I.E.L.D., but people who are very influential in S.H.I.E.L.D.'s founding and still, refounding, I guess. But that, they all have very different philosophies on how they handled crazy, dangerous shit. What? Okay, so yeah, we have, I wrote down that Tony also has, like, the common sense to destroy it all. Like, there's a lot of parallels between Howard and Tony, but I think one of the big things is that Howard, anytime he makes something that even he himself is like, I can't even use this because it's too dangerous, he just puts it in a vault. Whereas Tony, even when he has, like, the suits and everything that could only really be used by him, and he even said, like, sorry, bro, you can't get into this because it's not for you. It wouldn't work that way. And he just destroyed all of them. So it's a very different philosophy between the two of them there. So yeah, someone is selling these on the black market, and they are selling them mostly domestically. There's a few overseas, but the vast majority of them are domestic. So whatever their goal is it has to do with the U.S. I assume they're just selling overseas to get some bonus money. Maybe for some specific reason, but it seems like there's no real reason for them to do it overseas. It's just for more money. So, in a meta sense, I assumed that Howard wouldn't be involved in any of this at all. But at the end there, like, I could see, I don't think he would purposely do anything, but I could see him getting drunk and spilling, the secrets of where his vault's location is or something. I could absolutely see that happening, or with a woman or something. Howard is absolutely the kind of person who, with him saying, like, oh, she won't find out, that doesn't mean he's involved, but it definitely means that he did something wrong. And I'm not surprised. Howard is one of the least trustable people. I was not expecting Jarvis to be a real person at all. So that means that he probably died at some point, and Howard put his personality into an AI. Whether that is the exact personality or not, it's hard to tell. It's also a way older voice Jarvis robot, which could obviously just be him living a longer life, but it could be an approximate, I made an AI like Jarvis's personality, rather than like, I killed Jarvis and made him an AI. Like, I don't know how any of that would work, so I doubt you would have to kill him, but still. He is very unprepared for all this. He's a lot like Happy, Tony's driver. He's a lot like Happy, but a lot more timid and everything. And just way over his head. He is not prepared for this at all. And it's gonna be tragic when he does die, because he's gonna die probably in Agent Carter, I feel like, in some tragic way, and we're gonna see that. Blonde Carter does look amazing. She looks absolutely stunning. We got to see the Sweet Dreams lipstick that put Spider Raymond to sleep. We had the watch safe decoder thing. We had the whole sequence of her unexplosifying the nitramine. I'm just loving all the classic spy stuff. I've loved it in S.H.I.E.L.D. I love it in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I love it in this. Anytime we get this old 40s spy shit, it's so cartoony. But that's what makes it so great. And speaking of her being in the blonde wig and everything like that, they do have the picture of her, but they have not seen it yet. They have not gone to get it checked out, so she might be able to sneak in there and get it somehow. I'm not sure why she would know they have the picture or anything, but I don't know. Okay, now let's get into the villains of this episode, or whole season probably. So there is Brannis, who is the man who sold the explosive to Spider Raymond. Raymond then asks if he has any more bombs or ray guns, because he is selling to a separate person who also has the neck scar thingy. But they are not friends. I don't know if that means they're enemies, or they're just not friends. But I'm not sure why. Like, they have to be working separately, even though they have the same neck scar thing, because... Again, Raymond asks if Brannis had more bombs or ray guns or anything like that, and then the other assassin mustache guy comes in there and kills him when he doesn't have the thing anymore. So they should not be working together, because why would he be buying it off Brannis and selling it back to this guy, right? Carter thought that he was selling them to other people as a middleman. And so, if that is not incorrect, I want to believe, usually when a character says something like that, it's true. The main character expecting something like that. So I want to believe that it's true, and if that's the case, then they can't be working together. Or at least not in that obvious way like that. Daisy Clover is sort of the cover for Brannis and what he had all the explosives in. Whoever was working at Roxanne, I'm not sure what the hell was up with that. I'm not sure who he was. I don't know if Roxanne was just a middleman, that Brannis and this company were getting to manufacture the stuff, or if Roxanne was a part of, it can't be... I think they would have to have gone to Roxanne to do this and are paying the guy. Like, they seem to have shut the whole plant down, or that nobody really knew what was going on except for that one guy there. I don't know, maybe. But at the same time, Roxxon oil has come up in a bunch of other stuff. It came up in Iron Man. That was the place where they were fighting, right? At the end, I think. I can't remember actually. I don't remember. No, wait, was it? Ah, bitch. When did you know what? I've seen all the Iron Man movies. I'm just gonna look it up. Hopefully this doesn't spoil me, but okay, it was. Okay, yes. So that was Roxxon oil, the oil tanker thing that they were fighting on. I couldn't remember if it was an oil tanker or if it was just a like a, you know, one of the ships that military ships that planes come on and everything like that. What the hell is that called? I can't remember the name for that. It doesn't matter. Not important in any way. But yeah, so it came up in Iron Man there. It came up in Daredevil. When did it come up in Daredevil? It came up in Daredevil during the Foggy and Matt flashback with the old guy. So Roxxon might come up in the movies again in a major big way, which this is a good thing that I didn't spoil myself. But I don't know. I don't know what they could, because they seem to just be involved with a lot of different shit. They were manufacturing nitramine. They had something going on that caused some effects that caused you to get ill and lose your hair and everything like that. I don't know. Let's talk about the Daredevil thing. And then, I mean, the oil tanker. I'm not sure what we can say there, but it just was an oil tanker. But yeah, so I don't know what they're up to in the grand scheme of things. But for right now, they're willing to work with these assassins, the Daisy Clover people. So yeah, they have the neck scar. Looks like someone came in, like, ripped their voice box out, is what they're implying, because Brannis has to, like, talk with the, you know, the vibrating thingy, and the smokers use. Not exactly sure how that works, actually. I don't know how that works. I assume it's like when you can't speak anymore, it's using vibrations to, you know, mechanicalize the sound or something. I always assumed that was how it worked. But maybe you actually still do have to have a voice box for that to work. I don't know. But what we do know is that they definitely do have voice boxes, or at least the mustache guy, because he did scream perfectly fine when his hand was put on the stovetop. So, he at least has a voice box. Even if they maybe can't talk, they can vocalize. They just might not be able to form words or something for some reason. So yeah, maybe I assume the Leviathan, just based off name, is a sort of like new Hydra sort of thing. This is after Hydra's been defeated, and so this is gonna be a pseudo Hydra that isn't really Hydra because Hydra's in the shadows, but it's close enough. It's people wanting to become the new Hydra, become the new Red Skull and all that. So the nitramine did glass the entire building of Roxxon. Like, it blew it up and then also imploded it and just glassed it into it. Well, I mean, that's not really what glassing is. Glassing is usually a solid glass sheet over, not like a glass ball sort of thing. It's a very different, that's an implosion glassing. So, I don't know how, I mean, like, Howard, how do you invent both an explosion and implosion? And the same thing. But they're emitting low-level Vita, I don't know, rays, which were involved in the super soldier process. I don't know if that's going to be a thing or if that was just an offhanded reference to, you know, have a plot reason to get the Vita thing and talk about Captain America and all that. Could just be that plot reason for that, but it also could have lasting effects on the plot. So the mustache assassin guy was using a mix of like a typewriter and a fax to sort of stay under the radar. It was really cool seeing that. Again, seeing all the ways like Hydra or now other groups were staying under S.H.I.E.L.D.'s radar of the communications. Yeah. That's all I got on this episode. Oh, actually, I didn't talk about what's her name getting killed. You know, Colleen. She got blasted in the face. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to feel bad about her. We saw her in like 2 scenes. I don't really care. I feel bad for Carter, but even then, it's like, you know, I feel bad that she's having everyone around her die, but I don't feel bad that Colleen specifically died, that she specifically lost Colleen. It's like, I didn't care about her. But I don't know where she's gonna stay now. I guess she's gonna have to find another apartment, somebody to share with, because she ain't making much money. That's for sure. But yeah, I'll see you guys for the next episode. Until then, get the fuck out of here.